How's it? Today is Monday, May 15th. It's Big Monday. I am about 3 weeks out from the June 4th competition, and I'm doing both lifts today plus some extra shit. So, snatches at 90, three singles, clean and jerk at 120, three singles, which is exactly what I did on Friday. And then snatch pulls at 100, clean pulls at 130 after their respective lifts, which I haven't done real pulls in I don't even know. I don't know how long. It's been a very, very, very long time. Today was interesting. I originally talked to Steve about, well, he suggested I switch to lifting on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of this week because my lower back has been giving me some issues. I've been talking about it since Wednesday, I think, but it didn't really stop me from lifting on Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. So that is noteworthy. It does hurt when I kind of twist, but it doesn't hurt when I brace my lower back. It doesn't hurt when I extend or flex. There's a big stretch when I stretch my lumbars with flexion and twisting, but with flexion it's just like it feels like a normal stretch. So those things are reasons why I wanted to lift today. I don't think that I would have been too stubborn to stop if I thought it was going to be unsafe or if something needed to change. At the very least, the pain hasn't gotten worse since Wednesday. If anything, it's just been staying the same, which with time passing and like your body's propensity to heal and recover, if it stays the same and doesn't get worse, that means that's pretty good because there has been some amount of time for it to get better while I'm still lifting, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it is okay. Trying to paint a perspective where it's like it's not the worst thing in the end of everything. But yeah, so all that to say is that I am about 3 weeks out, and Steve wants me to start lowering the volume overall. So instead of doing, I don't know what Larry's doing there. Instead of lowering sorry, instead of keeping the volume there, he wants me to lower the volume and push the intensity a little bit. So rather than just doing powers, a shit ton of powers on the Monday, I'm doing what I did on Friday. So essentially, it's a big Monday. I was doing my best to kind of be consistent overall. Like, oof, that was a struggle. Trying to be as consistent overall. I was actually talking to one of my friends about this. I said that my cleans would have been really inconsistent, but I'm looking back at it now for today. My cleans were actually really consistent. They're just consistently bad. So we'll come to it when it comes around. But here is first set at 90. I'm trying my best to keep those cues that I've been thinking about for the last couple of weeks with long arms, chest on top of the bar, and extending with my legs a little bit later into the movement. Yeah, I think it's working well. I mean, these are not super perfect snatches, but I think the quality of movement is pretty solid. So, yeah, like that one was good, even with the little step forward. One thing that I noticed, sorry, here's the snatch pull here at 100. I'm not using any straps, but I think if I'm gonna do this again next week, I'm gonna use straps because it kind of tore up my hands a little bit, and then it really impacted the rest of the training session today. But this is a weight that I'm trying to open at, hopefully. So trying to just get this in my hand for a little bit because I haven't lifted it since the meet and in April. So I think that's kind of Steve's goal here. As far as it goes, next week is going to be more of the same of this week. So we're looking for 90, 120 today, 95, 125 on Friday, and then maybe 95, 125 next Monday, and then 100, 130 next Friday, and then it's a complete taper after that. So that is the goal here. It's not reinventing the wheel as far as it goes. But yeah. So one thing I was thinking about a lot lately is that when I first started lifting, I used to watch a lot of weightlifting videos. I used to watch an obscene amount of people lifting, and I haven't done that in a long time. And I think that there's always something to learn from people, no matter how good or how novice of a lifter they are. I learned a lot from people at the gym watching them, but there's only 7 or 8 other people that actually lift, and I think that for me, I'm nearing the point where my cleans are so bad that I need some amount of like comparison and analysis against other lifters here. And I think that when I first started lifting, Instagram wasn't as popular as it is now. But I'm watching a lot of lifters online, like Laura Dana, um, Ruslan Nuridanov. That's one of my favorite lifters. Um, Lee Dayan, of course. But a ton of people that I think I could learn from as far as like extension or keeping the bar, being patient, keeping the bar in my upper back rather than in my arms. That is what's kind of happening for my cleans here. My cleans they're still like not hard as far as weight goes and strength limitations. They're hard because they're hard, if that makes sense. They're hard because I'm putting myself in disadvantageous positions, but I'm able to overcome them a lot. I do think that these cleans are better than they've looked maybe 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, which I guess is right around the time of the meet. Oh, if you look at that one, my heels were off the ground. That was funny. But yeah, my cleans. I'm trying to still have that same idea what I was doing for the snatches, of course. Keep my arms long, and then keep my chest on the bar and extend as late into the pull as possible. Same thing is true on these clean pulls, but I don't think I do a good job whatsoever. Here, watch me. Like this David right there. Look at how early that is. I'm not happy with that at all. So I actually go and try to do another set afterwards just to make sure that it is good or like I don't know. I felt like it was limited by my grip strength, which is kind of what I talked about earlier for the snatches. But watch this. It looks almost the same as what it did before. This is what drops. But I'm pulling with my upper body and then my legs, and that is not something that I normally. That's not something I want to do. But even though I do have a tendency to pull with my arms a little bit early, I still think that with my regular ass cleans, like from the ground onto my shoulders, I still think that I'm able to extend with my legs at least a little bit before my arms, and then my arms just pull too much too soon. Whereas right now with my clean pulls, it's like I'm using my arms to get to the extension position, and that's just never a good place to be. So I'm trying to just take all these things into account. I'm experienced enough of a lifter to know that I'm able to do it. This is my pause front squat, by the way, 130. I did 3 of these. I'm an experienced enough of a lifter to, after the session, especially, take a look at it and figure out what's wrong. But in the session, it's a little bit challenging because I don't want to be on my phone too much looking at the videos. I do look at the top sets, but not really the others, because I usually end up getting in my head, and then that's not a good place to be again. But yeah, I think watching more and more videos on YouTube and Instagram and whatever is helping me kind of figure out where I used to be. Because I do think my clean used to be fucking solid, but I just need some work to get back to that. But yeah, I finished off with some pull ups and then hanging leg raises because I really think the GHD sit ups is what has been hurting my back from that super extended position on the down position. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.